You can have a decent job, a decent life, and still feel like money is this invisible hand around your throat. Not because you're irresponsible, not because you're bad with money, and every month becomes a fresh fight. Here's the scary part. Most people think the fight ends when they make more. But if you don't fix the system, more money just makes the mess bigger, faster. That is why The Barefoot Investor by Scott Pape hits so hard for so many people. Because it does not start with spreadsheets, shame, or some genius strategy you can't keep up with, and run in about 10 minutes a week. Good, that's the point. It is complexity. So in this video, we're going to walk through the buckets, the debt dominoes, the home strategy, the retirement number, and the legacy piece that most money books never touch. And to make it real, we're going to follow Sam. Sam is not a finance nerd. He is not a hustler. He is not trying to impress anyone. The kind you feel when a random bill lands and your stomach drops, even if you smile and say, "We're fine." If you've ever felt that, then stay with me, because the first shift is going to feel almost unfair. Even when you're trying, Sam found out the answer on a random Tuesday. Nothing dramatic happened. No job loss, no emergency, life. His phone buzzed with a message from his bank. His balance was low, again, because he had done the right things. He worked, he paid bills, mostly, and yet the money never stayed. That night, he went looking for a magic trick, a new app, a new budget, a new hack. Instead, he stumbled into a simple idea that sounded like it belonged in a children's book. Stop managing money like one big pile. Before it has a chance to disappear, think of your money like water. If you pour water onto the floor, it spreads everywhere, and you end up chasing it with towels. It becomes calm, controlled, useful. That is the buckets idea in one image. And for Sam, that image was the first time money felt shapeable. Not more money, better control. They use one main account. Everything goes in, everything goes out. Rent, food, subscriptions, debt payments, random gifts, coffee, car repairs, all of it. That is like trying to run a restaurant out of one drawer, and it is chaos. And chaos always feels expensive. You pay panic fees, late fees, overdraft fees, interest, rush shipping, bad decisions made under pressure. It kills chaos by separating purpose. It creates a structure where you do not resist spending all day. You simply spend from the correct place. And the system does the policing. Now, before we go into the buckets, there's a step that sounds fluffy, but is actually the backbone of the whole plan. The barefoot date night, and start doing money on purpose. Because money problems grow in silence. Avoid the numbers. Avoid the truth. Sam used to do this thing where he would tell himself, "I'll look on the weekend," and he did not look. And the longer you do that, the bigger the fear becomes. Because your brain fills the gaps with worst-case movies. So, Sam made it a ritual. Once a month, 1 hour, no distractions. And if you have a partner, you do it together. Not to argue. Not to blame. To build a shared map. If you're single, it still works. Because you are still a team of one. And a team needs meetings. Here's a quick engagement check. If you have never sat down once a month to talk about money, say it out loud right now. I've been winging it. That one sentence will explain years of stress. Now the buckets. This is the napkin plan. You create 3 main buckets: for living and spending, for safety, for long-term wealth. Let's make this feel real. Imagine your life is a 3-lane highway. 1 lane is today. 1 lane is oh no. 1 lane is future me. Most people drive in 1 lane and hope nothing happens. Calmly, automatically. Sam set his buckets up and something weird happened. Even before he had more money, because freedom is not a number. And panic. That distance is Mojo. The blow bucket is where your pay lands and where you pay your day-to-day life. This is rent, groceries, bills, transport, normal stuff. And inside blow, you split into smaller purposes. Because fun and fires should not fight each other. This is like having separate drawers in that restaurant. 1 drawer for ingredients, 1 for payroll, 1 for repairs, 1 for tips. Same business. Less chaos. Then Mojo. Mojo is not a vacation fund. Mojo is not a nice to have. Mojo is the shock absorber on your life. If you have ever driven a car with bad suspension, you know the feeling. Every bump feels like a crisis. That is what life feels like without savings. One dentist bill and your whole month breaks. Mojo turns bumps into bumps, not disasters. And then Grow. Grow is your long-term wealth builder. Quietly. The Grow bucket is like planting trees. You do not stare at the seed every day and scream, "Grow!" You water it, you protect it, you let time do what time does. This is where Sam ran into his first real problem. Debt. Until you realize one of the buckets is on fire. That is why step 3 is called Domino your debts. And this is one of the smartest psychological moves in the whole method. Most people pay debt like they are trying to empty the ocean with a spoon. They make minimum payments, they feel guilty, they get tired, they stop. The debt survives. The Barefoot Domino flips the psychology, and you knock them down one by one. So your brain can feel progress, because momentum is emotional, and emotions decide whether you keep going. Sam had a credit card, a small personal loan, a stupid buy now, pay later thing he barely remembered signing up for. He did what the plan said. He wrote them all down, not in an app, on paper, because paper makes it real. Then he negotiated, because they think banks are these untouchable gods. They are not. Banks are businesses. They negotiate every day. Sam called. He asked for a better deal. He did not beg. And he wanted them to match a better offer. Even if you do not get a perfect deal, the act changes something in you and start acting like a decision maker. And he cut up the cards. Not metaphorically, he removed the easy escape hatch that always kept him in the loop. That sounds scary. But this is one of those moments where adult freedom feels like discomfort at first. Like training a dog, you do not explain to a dog why it should not bolt out the door. You build a system, a boundary, a habit. Money is the same. Then he detonated. Smallest debt first, he attacked it, he celebrated. That matters more than people admit, not punishment. If you have debt and you have been trying to be responsible by silently suffering through it, what would happen if you turned debt payoff into a visible game you can win? That is the whole point of the domino. Something clicked. Not because he was debt-free, but because he was in control. That is a massive difference. Buy your home. And emotions are expensive. Because buying a home is not just math. It is identity. It is pride. It is the "I made it" symbol. And that is exactly why people overbuy. They buy a storyline. Sam was tempted by the storyline. A nicer area, bigger kitchen, better driveway. Save a 20% deposit. Not because it is trendy. Not you. Which is the real test of whether you can handle the mortgage long term. Sam did not have 20%. So he did what the plan suggested. He focused on 2 levers. And he added an extra income stream. People think wealth comes from one big break. But most normal wealth is built from boring levers pulled consistently, a small side gig, a skill you monetize, weekend work for a season, not forever, just long enough to build the deposit muscle. Saving a deposit is like training for a marathon. You do not train by running one heroic day, again and again, until your body becomes the kind of body that can finish. Saving is the same. You become a saver. And once you become a saver, everything changes. Because you stop needing motivation. You have identity. Increase your super to 15%. If you are not in Australia, the exact structure is different, but the principle is universal. Your future self needs automatic contributions, not whatever is left over. Nothing. He had been treating long-term investing like a luxury item. I'll start when I'm stable. But stability does not arrive first. Stability is built. And the simplest way to build it is to automate the long-term contributions before your lifestyle eats the money, not after. And the barefoot idea is to lift your long-term contributions to a level that actually matters. And then forget it. Set it. Automate it. Move on with your life. Boost your mojo to 3 months. This is the emotional turning point. Because 3 months of living expenses changes the way you walk through the world. It gives you options. It gives you the ability to say no. It gives you the ability to breathe. Sam did not realize how much money anxiety he carried until it started to lift. He stopped checking his bank balance 10 times a day. He stopped doing that mental math at the grocery store. He stopped feeling attacked by random expenses, not emergencies. Mojo is based on your actual living costs. It is not a random number someone on the internet told you. Times 3. And that is powerful. Get the banker off your back. And it comes down to 2 moves and make extra repayments. Banks love it when you set and forget your mortgage, because inertia is profitable. So you fight inertia with a calendar and a script. Sam did not wait for his bank to be nice. He researched better deals. He called, he used his leverage, and losing you cost them profit. Then he made extra repayments. Not heroic repayments. It's not I'll eat nothing. Just consistent extra. Even a relatively small extra payment done consistently can cut years off a loan. Because interest is a snowball in reverse, debt is like pushing a boulder uphill. The steeper part is at the start. Every extra push you add early has a bigger impact than the same push later. That is why extra repayments matter so much. Sam still remembers the first month he made an extra payment. It was not huge, but he felt something shift. He was not just paying the bank. One chunk at a time. Nail your retirement number. This is where the barefoot approach flips the whole fear narrative. Most retirement talk is designed to scare you. You need this massive number or you are doomed. Fear sells products. Fear sells planning sessions. Fear sells complicated portfolios. Stop. It's including the safety nets that exist and the lifestyle you actually want, with no plan attached. A number without a plan is just anxiety. So he nailed a target. He stopped guessing. He started measuring and started feeling like a path. Here's an engagement hook right in the middle of this video. Could you? Not, I want to be rich. Not, I want freedom. And why? That is not a failure. That is just missing a map. Leave a legacy. This is where the book gets quietly profound. Because money without meaning becomes fear. And then you spend your life trying not to lose it. That is not winning. Legacy is the reminder that the goal is not to die with the biggest pile, and to help others live better because you existed. This does not require you to be a billionaire. It requires intention. Sam used to think legacy was for rich people. Adi. Then he started doing something small. He helped a younger cousin set up buckets. He taught his nephew the idea of spending with purpose. He started giving a little money to causes that mattered to him, even as he built more of it. Not a score. Now let's zoom out and connect all the steps into one simple engine. Date night creates awareness. Buckets create structure. Domino creates momentum. Home strategy creates protection. Super contributions create automatic future funding. Mojo creates resilience. Mortgage strategy creates liberation. Retirement number creates clarity. Legacy creates meaning. That is why this system works. It is not one trick. It is a full loop, like painfully practical. So you can actually start. And you are starting this week. First, he picked a date, a real date on the calendar. Because someday is a lie you tell yourself to avoid discomfort. He made it monthly, he kept it short, he made it non-negotiable. Second, he opened the buckets. He stopped using one account as a dumping ground. He created separation. Separation reduces stress because it reduces decision fatigue. When everything is one pile, every purchase becomes a moral debate. When money is separated, decisions become simple. Third, he automated transfers. This is the secret sauce. Automation is like putting your finances on autopilot. A plane does not stay stable because the pilot is constantly fighting the air. It stays stable because the system holds the course. You should not rely on willpower to build wealth. Willpower gets tired, systems do not. Fourth, he lined up his debts, he wrote them down, he negotiated rates. He knocked down the smallest first. He celebrated each win, because wins keep you moving. Fifth, he chose one Mojo milestone. Not perfect, just a first target, a starter buffer, then he built to 3 months. And every time his mojo grew, his stress shrank. Sixth, he picked one mortgage action, one call, one comparison, one extra payment. He did not do everything at once. He built confidence through action. Seventh, He wrote his retirement number. He did not make it complicated. He made it clear. Clarity beats complexity. Finally, he chose one legacy act, one small giving habit, one person to help, one cause to support, one way to make money mean something. This sounds great, but I'm already behind. Sam thought that too. He thought he was late. He thought he had messed up too much. The best time to build a system was years ago. The second best time is tonight. And once you start, something strange happens. Your results speed up because you stop leaking money. You stop paying panic fees. You stop living in reaction mode. And reaction mode is where most people stay trapped. Let me tell you the moment Sam realized it was working. And it was not when he hit some huge savings goal. It was not when his income changed. It was when his car needed a repair. Old Sam would have panicked. Old Sam would have put it on a card, then felt sick, then promised he would fix it later, paid the repair, and went to sleep. That is wealth, not the Instagram version, the real version, the version where your nervous system calms down. Now, I want you to picture your life 1 year from now if you actually do this. Not perfectly, just consistently. You have a monthly money meeting. You have buckets that separate purpose. You have debt shrinking in a visible sequence. You have a safety buffer growing. You have your future getting fed automatically. You have a clear retirement target. You have a legacy habit. That is not just money, that is control, and control changes everything. Because when you control money, you stop making desperate choices. You stop staying in jobs you hate because you are trapped. You stop saying yes when you mean no. You stop living like one surprise will break you. And which part would change your life fastest? Is it the buckets? Is it the debt domino? Is it the Mojo buffer? Is it the mortgage move? Is it simply having a monthly meeting and lock it in? Is it admire it and do nothing? Sam almost did that. He almost turned the plan into entertainment. He read, he nodded, he felt motivated. Then life tried to pull him back and started immediately. One account, one transfer, one call, one list. And that was enough to start the chain reaction. Building wealth is like starting a campfire. In the beginning, you cannot throw giant logs on it. You need kindling, small, consistent pieces. Once the fire catches, the same logs that would have smothered it earlier become fuel. That is what this system gives you. It gives you kindling without being a different person. And once you have a system, your income starts working harder, even if your paycheck stays the same. So do not chase motivation. Chase structure. Do not chase perfect. Chase momentum. Do not chase more money first, more control, and automatic progress. That is the barefoot path. Tonight, you are not just fixing money. One calm decision at a time. Schedule your first money meeting. Open the buckets. Automate one transfer. Write one list of debts. Start Mojo. Keep going. Because this is not a 1 week fix. Year after year, and that is the whole game. And this weird method works the debt domino trick that feels like cheating. The one setup that stops money leaks. Instantly how to build a Mojo buffer so life can't break you. The simple plan to pay off your home years. Faster. Your retirement number is smaller than you think. The lazy way to grow wealth on autopilot. The calm, boring routine that builds real freedom.